Hi, I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop. I'm trying something new. I'm going to put something on the handles of a pair of pliers and see if it'll hold up better than the stuff I've used up to this point. This is a pair of channel locks that I picked up at the junkyard. It was laying on top of an engine that had been sitting out in the lot for who knows how long. It originally had the blue plastic handles on it. They were in worse condition than this. These have the ends torn off. Those were missing halfway up the handle. But I was using them to take the parts off the engine that we needed at the time. So I put it in the toolbox and brought it home. Now, over the years I've used these a few times, and then finally I said, you know, that plastic is just really in the way. So I took it off. And I went looking for some kind of plastic to put on it. And I said, well, I tried all kinds of things. I tried Plasti-Dip, and it kind of worked. It was too soft though. It peels off and ends up looking quite a bit like those. And I thought, well, you know, it's not set up long enough. This has been on this pair of pliers now for about 3 years. And it's harder, but it's still too soft. I imagine there's a liquid dip that you can put on them because, heck, this stuff is. But I wasn't happy with that. I knew I couldn't get this stuff, not easily and in a quantity that I wanted to buy it in. But I wanted to coat these. So I got to thinking, and truck bed coating, clear textured finish. Now the reason I bought this, it was on eBay, and it was, instead of $24.99, it was like 17 bucks. Evidently somebody had bought a whole ton of this stuff. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to see what happens. And I'm going to try it on this pair of pliers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clamp this pair of pliers in the vise and see if I can smooth up some of the rust pits, which are pretty bad. I mean, these rust pits are severe. We're going to see what happens. Okay, I'm working with this old pair of pliers so that if I do mess it up, I'm not out a whole lot. We're going to have to see how this works as far as stirring it too. So it looks like it has to be stirred quite a bit. Fortunately, I have these things, they're bamboo skewers. And the bamboo skewers do something that is quite admirable. They don't break, bend, or splinter. They spring back. I mean, if you twist them, they just come back to the shape they were in. That's a good thing. Now I think this is some kind of sand that's supposed to give it a grip. That's what it looks like anyways. We're going to go under that assumption because it's in there. And I'm going to stir it up in there so that it is mixed up well. Now this is clear. I would have gotten black or blue or red would have been a favorite, but you know, clear was what they had on sale. I imagine it's because nobody wanted it. Now, I might be able to put a color underneath it, but I was concerned that if I did that, then the thing that's sticking is not the paint on this. It's not the coating, it is the paint under it. And I wanted to have this have every opportunity to stick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to brush this on here. I was hoping I'd be able to dip it, and I probably could put it in a piece of pipe or something. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and paint it liberally on here, and I'll take off what I don't want. I say that with a small bit of trepidation because I don't know if it's going to want to come off at all. But it might. I'm thinking if nothing else, if I have things that'll take steel off, I certainly can take off something that's on top of the steel. Now, more than likely going to take more than one coat. But I don't know how to clean this up, so I'm going to wrap it up and hope, just hope, that it doesn't set up inside the wrap. One of my favorite things to do is take a Ziploc bag and put my paintbrush inside the Ziploc bag, and then close the Ziploc bag up. It works with house paint and most oil-based paints, so I'm hoping this one does too. Now, the stuff's dripping off of that. It's got to be a coating. No matter what, it's going to be a coating on there. I might have to put, like I said, 3 or 4 coats on there. And if I do, I do. That's fine. It's all part of the experiment. One of the more fun parts of the experiment up to this has been pretty much just work. But here, I don't know what's going to happen. The excitement is in, what's the result going to be? So in the morning I'll come down and put some more on it, but in the meantime, I'm going to go upstairs and make this video so you guys can watch what I've done up to this point. Because this is where it starts to get interesting. All the rest of the stuff is just standard old, take the rust off, grind off the pitch you can grind off, and hope that it works. If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching.
This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the U.S. or 16 in the European Union without the express written permission of the parents or the legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.